Murdock from Modern Day Pirates here. I'm going to show you a little bit more leather work today. I'm going to show you how to carve, how to do some beveling, and a little bit of background matting. So right now I'm working on a big sign for a buddy, and what I've done already is I've put the stencil on, I carved out all the design, then I went back and beveled it. I left this D right here so I can show you how to do the beveling, and I'll go over slightly how to do the carving right now, just kind of how to hold the tool and everything. For the carving tool, it looks like this little dilly whopper right here. And let me adjust the camera. Okay, this is the letter we're going to work on real quick. I have already carved it, but I'm just going to kind of show you how to hold the knife. And it'll be, it's hard to show you. It's going to be somewhat of a 45-degree angle. You're going to want to push down. First of all, you're going to wipe down the leather with a wet sponge and let it dry somewhat. It still has to be moist. Then you're going to go in here and 45-degree cut around whatever your design happens to be. This happens to be a D. Do the same inside, right? Now the next thing is what I mentioned earlier was a beveling tool, and that is this little guy right here. Okay, and what that does is it puts a little 3D effect to the lettering or whatever you're making here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp that, or not stamp it, but yeah, it's stamping, I guess. But I'm gonna start doing this beveling right here. Finish this off, and then I'll show you how to do background matting. And all that is just to blend in the rest of the design into the background. That's all we're trying to do with the background matting tool. This tool is a beveling tool. So you just go right around the edge of the design that you're doing. Right now it happens to be the D. And you just go right around the carving marks that you've made already. Okay. Let's see where I'm at. Right here. You'll end up moving around the leather quite a lot just to get it to do what you need it to do, and that's okay. And you'll notice that I'm using a granite table underneath it. Those you can get at Tandy Leather Factory, as well as these other tools. You can look it up online or whatever, you know. But okay, so where am I at? Yeah, right there. See how it brought out the design a little bit more 3D like in here? Okay, so the next tool I want to show you is this, and all it is you know, just a little bit of texture behind it. Okay, and so what that's going to do is blend in all of this stuff that I have done around it right here. And I'll show you inside of here because it'll be a lot easier to show you how it blends in. To start, and you just go ahead and it's a blending tool, so it doesn't, you know, you don't have to hit it too crazy hard or anything like that. You're just gonna go and try and blend these little texture marks into the rest of it. And you can go as deep as you want, but you know, can you see what it did? I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's pretty much you just got to go over everything, and we call this walking the tool around. So you're just holding it steady and bouncing it around, and then just getting the texture that you want where you want it. And on my next video, on the next video that I do for you, I'm going to show you how to do staining, because I didn't do that on my last one either. So that's something important. But on this particular one, I want to do some painting first, and I'll show you how I do that when I do it. I need to wait for this to dry after I do the rest of the texturing first too. and then I'll cut out this whole square, this entire square thing. See how I made it? See how I made it to where it's got extra room around it? That's because when you wet the leather and you start stamping on it and carving and stamping and moving it around, it's going to stretch the leather. It's skin, so it's going to stretch, and you need to know that beforehand, or else you're not going to have a perfect square when you're done. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I look forward to teaching you guys some more. Modern Day Pirates teaching video, Murdock out.